Hello and welcome to Secure Code Warrior. In this module, we'll be looking at information exposure. We will explain what information exposure is, its causes and preventions, and some potential hazards. So, what is information exposure? Information exposure describes the disclosure of sensitive information to an unauthorized actor. What causes information exposure? This vulnerability is caused by improper configuration of the web application or by outputting sensitive information to the web page or log files. In some cases, information can also be leaked by differences in page response behaviors. To understand the information exposure vulnerability, let's look at some examples. In the first example, an attacker found a web application with improperly configured access control rules. By using a discovery tool, the attacker is able to find and access a sensitive configuration file. The attacker uses found credentials to connect to the database and downloads all the user account information. In the next example, an attacker found a web application with debugging options switched on. By feeding the application unexpected data, the attacker is able to force an error which causes information about the application and the system to be exposed. Then, the attacker uses the uncovered information to mount a targeted attack. Information exposure vulnerabilities can have significant impacts. A successful attack could expose credentials and other sensitive data. Information about used technologies and the application's functionality and structure could be used to facilitate further attacks. For example, exposed information could be used to exploit the target web application, its users, or its hosting network. Disclosed database credentials could lead to stolen customer data, resulting in privacy violation, reputation, and financial damages. Stolen log files containing credit card or other sensitive information could result in privacy violation, reputation, and regulatory damages. To prevent information exposure, secure settings should be applied to both the application and server. For example, developers should securely configure file access by placing files outside the webroot directory, applying file system restrictions, or disabling directory listing. Furthermore, developers should never return error details to users and should always check HTML source for sensitive information. Finally, don't display or log more information than needed, and never display full credit card numbers or passwords. Congratulations! You have now completed this module, Information Exposure.